Like any hair texture or style, the most important part about lock care is keeping your dreads moisturized. Even though hair is tied up or locked in, dreadlocks can still get dry and break easily if you don't properly moisturize. Moisturizing locks will require a good scalp oil on hand. So those of you don't know, I am Sandy. Welcome back to my channel, my YouTube channel. I share valid information and important tips about locks, natural hair in general, hair care, and so forth. And from the title, you'll know I'll be retwisting. I am going to retwist my clients' dreadlocks, and these are extensions added, human hair extensions added. They are like 6 months old, and he comes every 2 months or so to get them retwisted and interlock, or just keeping them tidy. So yeah, so he started off with 4 inches natural black dreadlocks extension on his natural hair. His hair was about 6 inches in length. His natural hair that he grew himself, it was 6 inches in length, and I added 4 inches extension on his hair. So the products that I normally use when doing this, I use Shine and Jam, and it's a conditioning gel. It's in a yellow, the one in the yellow bottle I normally use to do the retwisting, braiding. That's my go-to gel. It leaves no residue. It is gentle on your hair, no flaking, doesn't have alcohol in it. It's good. It's good stuff. So I already did the back. I started the back, and I'm doing twist and twist while I palm roll or twist his hair from the root down. And I'm using my barber comb. This is my dreadlock comb that I normally use to do lock videos and what's not. Used to do lock styles. Sorry, lock hairstyles. I use this comb. It's yeah. So yeah. So now what I'm doing right now, retwisting from roots, and just keeping the flyaways intact, and then I'm gonna twist it. I normally twist anti-clockwise when twisting. When I'm twisting from the root, I normally twist clockwise, and when I'm doing the twist and twist, I do it anti-clockwise so that it can stay put, like it can stay twisted for a long period of time. So keep watching my video, and I hope you learn a lot. Share, like, subscribe, all the good things. It's free. It costs nothing to do so. Yeah. The lock extensions, they are 100% human hair. You can wash, shampoo, dye. You can do anything. It's like human hair. You can bleach it. You can do all those good stuff with my dreadlock extension. Okay, and what I normally do when I'm doing this style, I fold up the tips. I normally don't leave the tips hanging. They just look untidy to me. So I fold it up a little bit. It hurts. It don't hurt anything by folding it, just doing a little bend up and using the elastics or rubber band to keep them intact. There's no need to moisturize your locks like every day, like every single day, especially if your hair doesn't need it. You understand? So right, if your hair don't need it, you just you don't have to do it. You should only do it on a need to basis. On a need to basis. Yeah. So meaning when they start to feel dry and brittle, then you should consider moisturizing your hair. And that's how I when I'm twisting, I normally like do it like a cylinder twist. A cylinder twist instead of like a box twist. Just make it twist like long, yeah, make it look like a long. So it all depends on the way you part the person's hair to install the dreadlocks. The part should be at least like big and long, so that when you're retwisting, it will look like, it will look that way. It will look neat and natural, like it's their locks. And as you can tell, well, from the video, can you tell he has extensions on? It looks like his natural hair, right? Right. Yeah, so yeah, so keep watching my video. Like I was saying, when your hair feel dry and brittle, you should moisturize. And this is how you should moisturize, by using the LCO method. And I have a video of that on my channel. You should stroll and you should try find it. The LCO means like leave-in. The L is your leave-in, and the C is the cream, and then your oil. So we all know, if you don't have any cream, if you don't have any leave-in conditioner, you can just spritz with some water. Water is your main should be your main moisturizer, right? Spritz with some water, and then you can add your oil. So what the oil does, it seals in the moisture of it seals in the moisture. So oils are sealing. Okay, so right now he has like a little gap space, like a thinning part in his dreadlock, and I just pushed it up a little bit, and I'm crocheting it now with using my go-to lock pin, crochet pin. That's what I normally use. And I'm going to use some bulk human hair to just wrap around it to give it more strength, strengthen it, a little bit more body, and then I am crocheting it and make it all nice and neat. Yes, and you should also use the right products when moisturizing. I have a lot of videos talking about hair products and the type of hair product you should. Yes, the type of product that you use in your hair. Try to stay away from products that has like a lot of fragrance in it, sodium, and all of that. I use a lot of natural stuff like cold pressed oils, coconut oil for certain hair type, like high porosity hair. You should use, because coconut oil is a type of heavy oil, like castor oil and shea butter. They are heavy oils for your hair, and only people who has high porosity hair should be using coconut oil, really. So if ever any time you use coconut oil, whether cold press or what, and it has your hair feeling dry and brittle, that means it's not for your hair type. Okay, so I try to use light oils like grapeseed oil, almond oil, jojoba, argan oil, rosemary oil, nutmeg oils. I use those oils, and they are extremely good for the growth, to grow your hair, yeah, to keep it with dandruff from your hair, to keep it with gray hair. So if you have a lot of gray hair, you should use rosemary oil also. It helps to grow your hair as well. And yeah, so you should do a lot of research if you into like hair health and all of that. Just don't try your best not to use what everyone else is using, or the most expensive hair product in the store. These expensive products that we pay a lot of coins for, they don't even worth it. Okay, they don't even worth it. All the pretty labels and what's not. If you have to Google most of these ingredients, and which I do, I stay a long time in the hair store googling these ingredients and see what is good for my hair and what's not. So it's a lot of work if you wanna if you're all into hair health and all of that. So I try to do my best to educate myself so that I can educate others, I can educate you, so it will be much easier. Okay, So like I was saying that I used the colored extensions instead of bleaching and dyeing his dreadlocks. So he wanted to add like 2 number 33 at the front, the very front of his hair. So I removed the natural black lock extension. I'm just teasing the ends a little bit so it will have a little bit more grip to it and all of that. So I'm just going in with the 4-inch number 33, and this is 0.4 centimeters. I'm just also teasing that a little bit, combing it out. And there are several ways you can add it. You can just put it on like that, use a crochet pin and crochet it on, or you can braid it on. Today I will be braiding it on. It give it a little bit more security on the locks. So I'm gonna braid it, tongue twister. I'm going to be braiding it onto his hair, his natural hair. That's the length of his natural hair, by the way, to making it nice and secure. And then I'm going to use my crochet pin to crochet it on. Yeah. And then I'm going to just add some bulk hair on the braid to make it look seamless, make it blend nicely so that it looks perfect. It will look like his natural hair, and you'll be able to tell that it's extensions added onto his hair. So yeah, so that's how it works. So nice and easy. Yeah. In the video you might be seeing me spritzing something on his hair, and that's water, just plain water, because his hair is really dry, and water will make it soft enough so that it will be easy to separate from each other, because you know locks can be matted together sometimes, especially those small flyaway hair. So I like to spritz the water, and it will be less painful when separating the hair. Sometimes some stylists, they burst them, some cut them with scissors. Sometimes I cut them with scissors as well if it's a big piece, you know, of hair needs to be removed. So just like what I'm doing he flinches a little. If you have dreadlocks and they are thinning, weakening, or any damage on your hair, don't lose hope in your dreadlocks. You can contact me. I'm in Toronto, Canada. If you're in the US, people from all over, they message me and ask me where am I located and what's not. But I'm sure you can find a good loctician in your area. I'm sure. You just have to keep looking. So yes, I'm in Toronto area. If you ever want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on YouTube, and I will be sure to put my Instagram in the description down below, so you can follow me on Instagram, and you can even message me there. So I'm finished at the moment, and I'm going to do my moisturizing. This is the mousse that I normally use, my olive oil mega moisture. Oh my gosh, you just can't go wrong. And please don't ever tell me I'm using too much mousse. There's no such thing, okay? Don't ever tell your girl she's using too much mousse. Okay, fine. Okay, great. I'm going to be using the mousse. It has all the good stuff, antioxidants, multivitamin, and I got this at my local beauty supply. It's everywhere, and I am going to incorporate it onto his dreadlocks. They were so dry and brittle. I think it was like 7 weeks he haven't done his hair. So most of my clients, they don't like do anything to their hair in between visits. So yeah, that's why I have to do like a really good moisturizer, so that it can last a long time. So I am soothing it in his hair, make sure it's nice and in all of his parts of his dreadlocks. And I'm going to use my do-rag to to cover his hair, so that I am going to dry his hair a little, not dry, but make the mousse kind of like absorb using the blow dryer. I'm gonna make it like absorb really faster. I can just leave it like that and then we go away, but it might take a long time, like 10 minutes or so, and we don't have any time for that. We have other things to do. Okay, so I'm using the blow dryer on low heat. Remember, we are moisturizing and we don't want to take back or to remove the moisturizer from the dreadlocks. So we're using no heat to low heat, and we're gonna let that mousse dissipate or absorb onto his dreadlocks. And yeah, so the color locks that you're seeing is it's a number 33. So it's not bleach, it's not dye. I normally tell my clients to stay away from bleach, especially if you have dreadlocks. So what he did, I did a full natural black install on his hair, and he came back to for some number 33. So I add the number 33 on his hair. So yeah, so the bleach, they damage your hair over time, they weaken your dreadlocks and what's not. So yeah, I try to stay away from that. So the mousse is all it's absorbed, like 80% absorbed onto his hair. So I'm just gonna blow it in some more, so make it dissipate. So as you can see, his hair is sleek. The Shine and Jam, it gives it a nice like sleekness, neatness to his hair. So his hair was still like that for until he washes them. So yeah. And the lock extension, they look so natural. It looks like he grew them himself, right? So yeah, if ever you're in the GTA, you can just give your girl a holla at me, okay? Or you can share my video to your friends in Canada, wherever you are. And I ship locks as well. I do ship locks, so if you need me to ship any dreadlocks or stuff to you, yep. And I'm going to be using my nutmeg and mace and nutmeg oil. And what I'm going to do now is to seal in all that moisture in his hair. So remember, oils are sealants, okay? So make sure to get all of his all between the grooves, the parts and what's not. And the nutmeg has a pleasant scent. Apart from a Christmas cake, well, it smells so nice, nutmeg. Yeah, so make sure it's all of his hair gets it. I'm not gonna do too much though, just enough so that. And this is a light oil as well. They absorb really quickly, really fast. So by the time I put this in his hair, in the next couple days, he will need to add some more oil to his scalp. So I'm just gonna do a little heat on the oil to make it like, you know, like when you like to activate like the ingredients, so to speak. Yeah, so if you remember how like hot oil treatments, so it's kind of like that, to kind of like heat the oil a little bit more, so that, yeah, so that's exactly what I'm doing, just on low heat, and make it nice and clean. So I'm done. If you can see the color, then the different color extensions, mostly at the front of his hair. So yeah, so that's about it, and you don't know. oh yes, my pink oil spray, shea butter and coconut oil. Just a little spray of that to kind of like give a nice scent to it, you know. Who doesn't want their hair to smell nice? So thanks again for watching. Share, like, subscribe. Catch you in my next video. Bye. Have a blessed one. Okay.